Maharashtra Public Service Commission is going to conduct interviews for the posts of junior geologist, assistant geologist, and senior geologist in the Groundwater Surveys and Development Agency, Ministry of Water Supply and Sanitation, and Government of Maharashtra. In this regard, many of the aspiring candidates requested me to prepare a video on how to face the interview board very confidently. So, in this contest, I am just preparing the video. And this interview is not only beneficial to the people who are appearing for this geological career post, in general, it is also useful to the people who are going to face the interview in near future. So basically, this presentation video consists of four parts. The first part is what are the general interview principles, and second is how to work on the detailed application form, that is we call it as DAF, and third thing is the about the organization where you are going to be recruited. You should know about that also. And finally, what are the general qualities, observations will be tested by the board. So to start with, first, what are the general principles of this any interview? Basically, an interview focuses on a candidate's educational qualifications and its communication skills, and also candidate's experience and suitability for a specific role. Typically, these interviews are conversational and involve a two-way exchange between the interviewer and the candidate, often with a mix of structured and unstructured questions. This is a basic purpose of conducting any interview. Next is general things. So you should be neatly combed, neatly dressed, polished shoes, preferably wear a tie and coat. And ladies, it's preferable to wear saris, and even salwar suit is okay. When you the way you are comfortable, then we can do it. And the other things is keep eye contact, response answer to the point, exhibit high level of awareness, be relaxed and confident, don't be nervous, be polite and courteous, never lose your Indian personality, take your time to think. If you don't understand any question, say sorry, will you please repeat the question? Have a smiling face, develop a perspective. So you prepare accordingly this, and always be curious. That should be visible to the board. Communication should be proper. Your tone and tenor should be appropriate. Exhibit clarity of thought, expression, exhibit comprehension skills, exhibit right mindset, be creative. These are all the general rules for attending any interview. Now, coming to the second part, this is the core activity of any interview, that is called detailed application form. DAF usually it is called. This is like your horoscope, your kundali. So in this detailed application form, you have already filled it. It will be there your name, date of birth, age, educational qualifications, work experience, hobbies. Of course, hobbies in Maharashtra public service they may not ask. For UPSC they ask those questions. This is being a specialized technical post, that is not much relevance here. But these are the question you only fill the application form. So you have to study thoroughly your application form. Suppose you are done your post graduation, from where you are done, from which university you are done, what is your higher qualifications. If you have done your PhD, what is your PhD thesis name, or what is your research work, what are your findings. You have to be focused on that. Also, if you be, suppose they may ask you what is your home district. Suppose you belong to a particular district in Maharashtra. They ask, suppose you belong to Satara, Nagpur, Jalgaon, like that. They may ask the questions on the geology of that district also, because you are coming for a geologist post. They expect something geological knowledge of your own district also. What are the geology of, what is the geology of that area? What is the groundwater scenario in that area? Is there any water quality issues? If so, what are the remedial measures you want to propose? All these things they may ask in general. So you should be prepared for that. And the PhD I already explained. And also about the most important thing is your experience. I assume this time all the candidates are experienced candidates, because last recruitment was 2014, advertisement came in 2022. So definitely you have minimum 3 years of experience and maximum 14-13 years of experience candidates appearing for this. So definitely there are bound to be questions on your work experience. So you say I'm working in particular organization. They ask you what is the profile of the organization, what is the mandate of the organization, and what is your job role in that, what is your job role, how you are doing it. And they may ask some supplementary questions on this in this area. So many of the students, they must be working in the projects. Somebody working GSDA projects also, Atal Bhujal Yojana, Jal Jeevan Mission, hydrology project. So you must know each and everything thoroughly, because if you have a work experience, they will be asking about those questions also. Some of the aspiring candidates may be working as the teachers, lecturers. So you should understand that also, and you should be well equipped with the questions will be on that. And also some people are doing some geotechnical investigations, hydrogeological study works. So there will be some questions on, if you are working in hydrogeological service, what is the methodology you are doing, what data you collect, how you interpret it. Suppose you are doing in geotechnical investigations, what type of investigations you do, what are the geophysical methods you do, and they may ask some questions on this. So these are all the about the organization, about your educational qualifications, related to your qualification, your birthplace, geology of that area, organization where you are working, job profile. So you should be well equipped with all these answers. Coming to the third part about the organization where you are going to get recruited, that is Groundwater Surveys and Development Agency. So first and foremost, you should study what is the mission of the groundwater department, GSDA, what is the history of GSDA, what are the activities of GSDA, what is the organizational structure setup of GSDA, and you have directorate, how they function, directorate at the Pune and the regional level, 6 regional directors, followed by concerned districts. So you should understand the organizational structures and what are the technical wings in the department. We have geologists, geophysicists, geochemists, mechanical engineers. They may ask what difference between geology and geophysics. So whatever you say, questions will be based on that only. So having studied all these things are available in the official websites. I strongly recommend only visit the official websites. Don't collect the data from here and there. From the reliable source only, you have to collect the data. We have a official website. Please go through this. There is also a Central Groundwater Board website. So you should always visit the concerned official websites, because they provide the authentic information. And next thing is, what are the schemes are there presently ongoing schemes in groundwater department? Since many of you are working in the projects, so definitely you should focus on the ongoing schemes. uh, in this, we have Atal Bhujal Yojana, Jal Jeevan Mission, hydrology project. So we have different projects. So before, whenever a scheme is being used, when being is implemented, you should know what is, suppose for example, you have Atal Bhujal Yojana. Now you should know what is the objective of this project and what are the components of this project. All these things we should understand. This Atal Bhujal Yojana is a central sponsored scheme. It is being implemented in our state Maharashtra, Karnataka, Gujarat, Haryana, UP, and Rajasthan. All these things are available in the official websites. What is the objective of this scheme? To improve the management of groundwater resources in the water stressed areas of the selected states. This will be achieved by implementing appropriate investments, management actions led by community through convergence of various ongoing new central and state schemes. This is the overall objective of the Atal Bhujal Yojana. And the scheme is announced by Prime Minister on 25/12/2019, implemented over a period of 5 years from 2021 to 2025. GSDA, that is Groundwater Surveys and Developers Agency, is a project implementing agency. We call it as PAA for the scheme in the state. What is the coverage of this project? 13 districts in Maharashtra of covered, of which 73 talukas, 1133 gram panchayats, and 1442 villages. These are the what is the coverage of the scheme. What is the financial outlay of this project? You should know the basic requirements. 925.77 crores is the financial outlay, of which 188.26 crores for institutional strengthening and capacity building, 737.51 for incentive component. So you should understand what is the cumulative progress in the state. Since many of you worked in the Atal Bhujal scheme, they will ask you what is the progress in the state. Progress under institutional strengthening, institutional arrangements, procurement of instruments, construction of piezometers. They may ask you what is the piezometer, should they tell, and what is the training component, and how are the IEC activities at the district level, taluka level, gram panchayat level, and what is the progress under incentive component. And again, you got what is called disbursement link indicator. It is called DLI, a disbursement link indicator program wise. So we have 1, 2, DLI 1, DL2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This DL1 corresponds to public disclosure of groundwater data. DL2 discloses public disclosure of groundwater data, preparations of community-led water scarcity plan, WSP. DL3 says convergence through state and central sector schemes. DL4 adoption of water saving practices. DL5 arrest in rate of decline in groundwater levels. DL6 progress under incentive utilizations. These are the components of this, and what is the financial progresses and what are the best practices they have been adopted, or what is the result, sociability, district rating card, Jalidandi water rallies for creating awareness. These are all the overall domain of the Atal Bhujal Yojana. Now this is the presently ongoing scheme in groundwater department. Similarly, there is another scheme called Jal Jeevan Mission. Jal JJM they call. What is the objective of this? To provide functional household tap connections It is called FHTC, that is to provide functional household tap connections to every rural household. This is the objective of this program. Now you should know what is the vision, mission, objectives, components, strategy, planning at the district level, village level. All these things are available in the website, official website. You can go through the website and collect all this. You can see the what is the background of this Jal Jeevan mission, historical perspective, 73rd amendment of the constitution. You should read that also, what is written there, and financial commissions, externally aided projects, and present status of rural water supply schemes, challenges and SWOT analysis. All these things, they are the background data for implementing this project effectively. And the second comes the strategy for planning and implementation. Again, vision, mission, objectives, JJM components. There are 8 components in JJM: strategy, planning, action at village, district, state levels, way forward, service delivery, and utility. Scheme submissions under S12, then institutions mechanism, implementation, financial planning, technological interventions, innovations, support activities, water quality monitoring surveillance, WQMNS, monitoring and evaluation, the measuring outputs, district management, externally aided projects, EAP. So all these things you should read it to understand what is what. This project will be there up to extend up to 2028. In Maharashtra, it is being implemented it is being implemented functional household tap connections. So already 87% of the Maharashtra is covered. Still around 12% is left out. And these schemes are being implemented by Jilla Parishad, schemes implemented by MJP, progress under various components of the FJM in the state, beneficiaries' benefits. These are all the covered under the Jal Jeevan mission. And the third project is the what is called National Hydrology Project. Simply it is called Hydrology Project. Now this almost the project is closed, but some of the people they have worked in this also, so they may ask questions on this also. What is the objective of hydrology project? To improve the extent, quality and accessibility of water resources information, decision support system for floods and basin level resource assessment, planning, and to strengthen the capacity of targeted water resources, professional and management institutions in India. So this is a 8-year project. It is ended in 2024. Now these are all about the projects, ongoing projects in GSDA. Now as I told in the beginning, some of you are having a work experience. Some of you are having some hydrological surveys you might have done. So when you have done the hydrogeological survey, definitely they are going to ask what is the data you have collected, what about data collected, what type of formats you have used, and what are your inferences, what are your observations that you should be able to tell properly. For example, for any hydrological survey, we call it as well inventory system. So for that you have what is called systematic hydro survey. We have got proper formats for that. So whenever you are in the district, kindly visit the concerned district office, collect those. I think you might have done already. If you are not done, you collect those formats. What is the information you are going to collect in the field. That is called well inventory data. That is very essential. Then they will question on that. Some of you has worked as teachers or working as lecturers. So you should be able to tell them what type of subjects you teach, what you teach. So somebody in the panel may be interested in the teaching. They may ask the psychology of the students, what is their understanding levels. So you may see it can be a unstructured questions. As I told in the beginning, Some questions are structured, some questions are unstructured. They may come spontaneously. So when you are in a teaching profession, they may ask you what type of subjects you are teaching, what is your response, or you have published any papers, if so, in which, so all those things they ask. Suppose some of the people, I was told that you are already working, though you are geologists, you are working in geotechnical investigations. The next question is, they ask you what type of geo investigations you do. When you mention geotechnical, invariably geophysics comes into picture. They may ask you what type of geophysical surveys you are doing. You say, I am doing electrical methods. What is the principle of these electrical methods? What is Ohm's law? What is geoelectrical section? What is Schlumberger-Venn array? What is Venner array? What is off-current electrode separation? What is geometrical factor? What is apparent resistivity? What is true resistivity? All these things they ask you, and how you interpret the data. What is log graph? Why you are plotting the data on log sheet? Why not on a linear centimeter graph sheet? So you should be able to answer all these questions about the geotechnical investigations. I was also told that some of you are having chemistry at the graduation level and you are working in chemical laboratories of groundwater department at subdivisional offices. So they may ask you questions on what type of parameters you are measuring, what type of instruments you are using, and what are the data you are collecting, and what is the normal range for this, what are the parameters, their permissible limits. If they cross the permissible limits, how do you tackle those things? What are the remedial measures you want to propose? All these things they are going to ask. You should be well prepared for that. Now we have covered the general principles of interview, and detailed application form analysis is a must. Third thing is about the organization where you are going to get recruited, about that organization in detail, and what are the organizational vision, objectives, what is the organizational structure, all these things you are learned. And also, what are the ongoing schemes in the department, their objectives, their all the mechanisms, what is the output, all those things you should be studied well. Now coming to the final part, general qualities. Generally, they see the interview board because you are going to become the leaders. You are going to implement the government schemes. You are going to implement the government resolutions. You are the representative of the government. So, you are going to be the leaders. So, generally they see what is called your integrity, honesty, attitude, positive mindset, clarity of thought, neutrality, critical thinking, leadership qualities, and communication, and you should be innovative. All these things because you are going to lead the department in near futures. You are the bridge, synergy between the society and the government. So these qualities, though they are not tested directly, but they have a positive impact on your working culture. Because you serve the constitutional sovereignty, you have to implement the GRs regularly, you are going to play the leadership roles. Develop a proper perspective. You have to develop a proper perspective on any issue. It can be on any issue. You should read a lot, understand it, have a critical understanding, and develop a perspective. That is very, very essential. That will reflect in every activity of your organizational agenda. Then make your interview very interesting. Be in your right form, self-confident. Be creative. Express your views honestly. Try to learn new things. That should be your approach. That should be visible. Make a new point of view. In the interview, it is always better to make a new point so that the board may appreciate that. They also start enjoying the interview. You have to make it. They appreciate it. It will definitely convert into it gets into higher marks. So you have to create an impact of yourself in the interview board by making valid comments, valid innovative comments, which will help them to understand your personality. They really need those type of officers in department. The very first question they ask, na, you try to capitalize on that so that you can fix the direction of interview. Your answers generate further questions. So you should always, when you drive a two-wheeler, if you are sitting in the pillar, you should be able to drive them, take left, take right. You should be able to drive the interview committee as per your convenience. That is the beauty of economics. So with these words, I think I've done given a brief outline of the interview. Be bold, be confident. See, confidence, clarity comes through knowledge. You should have a thorough knowledge of your subjects, your profile, your organization, and all your work experience. Definitely, you will excel in the interview and you have a bright future. Thank you very much. All the best to my dear friends. Thank you very much.